Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalaki for the delay. What's happening? Did you take your nap? Hold on. What's going on here? Something's over my computer. How's everybody, man? And the Saints all right? I'm fading in and out. It's all kind of madness going on right now. The Saints all right tonight? Shabbat shalom to the family, man. Shabbat shalom to the family. I pray everybody's well. Glad to see a couple of the family. Drop the comment, man. Y'all know the rules, man. We done already touched on the scripture saying that you must salute the saints when you see one another. I mean, what's going on? Only two of y'all saying shalom? What? Only two got a greeting? Now I want the family shalom to y'all. Koaf, shalom to you, good brother. Let me go in and get started, man. Listen, I know I say it all the time. I don't know what is up with this little screen of mine, but hey, you know what? I'm fading in and out of dimensions. Whatever. Hopefully everybody's riding with me. All right. Um, I know I say it all the time. This go around, I'm serious. I'm gonna try to stay within a concise time frame. So if I'm moving too fast or whatever, slow me down. But as you can see, I've been busy this week. Been dropping videos. We've been doing what we need to do. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High. I don't know what happened with the video yesterday. I reposted a video of the police and first responders in various states acknowledging that the gas prices and all of that was going to impact how they respond to certain calls. I talked, I gave an article last week saying that a particular county, Isabel County in Michigan, said that they were on a gas shortage and, they wasn't going to be responding to non-emergent calls. In other words, we'll get to you when we get to you, right? So I reposted a video from I think it was NBC News or something like that. With them and acknowledging that there was various states and counties talking about it. And I mean, that thing got maybe like 40 views. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all, if it was how it was posted, the notifications ain't going out, or y'all just ain't interested. But when you call for that help and that 911 call, and they slacking on you, don't say your brother didn't warn you. As they try to say in the thing, oh, if it's a 911, if it's an emergency, it won't impact. We'll still be there. We're still going to be. How so? If you just got through saying that, one particular county said that they already spent their fuel budget for the year, and it's only the end. We're almost at the end of June. They've already burnt up all their fuel budget. There's no backups right now. So I don't know what's going on, man, but hopefully everybody's doing good. Kohaf, I'm good, my brother. I'm good. I appreciate you asking. I'm hanging in there, man. Both hands. You dig what I mean? There's the Wiz, my good sister. Shalom to you. Shalom to you. Roof 116. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Tori, shalom to you. Hopefully everybody's doing good on the Shabbat, man. But listen, I got a lot to unpack. Like I said, I'm gonna try to, keep y'all informed, awake, but I'm trying not to overload and put y'all to sleep. But guess what? I got to do it. The water for y'all has wiped your feet, man. If you ain't wiped your feet and you came in the house, man, shame on you. Get out. Get out, come back, wipe your feet, then come back in and join us, man. Y'all know the rules. Hit that like button for your brother, man, so we can go ahead on and kick these algorithms in. We can get the notifications popping, and brothers and sisters can stay locked into the information. But enough panhandling for likes. Enough with all the extras. We got to get to it. We got to get to it, man. All right. So y'all know, unless you've been under a rock and you just not locked into anything that's going on politically, anything that's going on in world events or what have you, incredibly, America actually stood up for righteousness. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hey, my brother David Ben Israel, man. Shabbat Shalom, Mike. In the house. Hey, so check this out, man. I'm a little shocked, like some of y'all. America actually had the nerve to stand up and overturn Roe versus Wade. Can you imagine? But it's kind of deceptive though, because although they overturned it and said that abortion isn't a constitutional right, they're putting it into the hands of the states to make decisions on whether or not they're going to allow abortions or they're going to have particular restrictions or what have you. So it's still out there. It's still out there. However, there's been, a little wrinkle in the program. So let's look at let me see something real quick, man. I think it's in chapter 6, or is it 10? Oh, Shalakia, give me one second. No, no, no. 10. All right, so we're gonna go to Sirach, the 10th chapter. And let me see. No, Shalakia. It's in dang, what chapter is that? Is that the 9? 13? No, 13. There we go. Shalakia. Okay. We're just gonna go to the beginning. We're gonna go to chapter Sirach 13 and 1. We're gonna read down a little bit. So we always know that everything is politicized, and it's a damn shame that the so-called white man, not even a damn shame. I mean, it's his nature that he's going to politicize the deaths and the destruction of the wombs of the Black and Hispanic and Native American women. We've looked at the numbers before. In one particular year, over 100,000 abortions were performed on Black women. That's 100,000 potential men, potential queens to come up to rebuild and establish a righteous nation in the eyes of the Most High. When the so-called white man said that he made a promise that he was going to kill his brother Jacob, he's doing it by all means, including um, these particular decrees. Let's go to Isaiah 10 before we go to Sirach 13. So Isaiah 10 says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that have written that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey." Widows may be their prey, baby mamas, you know, women out there that's fornicating, being loose, and the whole nine. And I get the argument and I get the understanding. Well, what about if you've been raped or incest? Well, if you look at the statistics regarding abortions and the reasons why incest and rape are damn near non-existent when you're looking at the grand scheme of the numbers. I think they said in rape was like 0.14% of the numbers of abortion. So it's very rare, although it happens. It's very rare that a rape is the cause of an abortion. Also, and it's less of that when it's done of incest. But that's always their main argument. Is if the pro abortionists, that's always their main argument, as if that's always happening, and that's the main reason why they need to get an abortion. No, it's because you out here laying with men, uncommittal, one night standing, doing all kind of madness, and then when you realize, oops, we went a little too far, we had a little too much fun, a little too much to drink. Oh, now we got judgments to make. See, And then the white man goes and says, yes, kill them babies. I'll even write a decree that will allow you to destroy life. See, Sirach 13 and let's read verse 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice and thrice. So this is the so-called white man, his political system. If he has a need for something, he's going to use every measure of deceit, every measure of trickery, every measure of folly in order to get our people to follow after him. He's going to smile on us and put us in hope. You know, Slow Biden and the rest of them, they out here already mobilizing the pro-abortionists out there, basically saying, go hit the streets, firebomb and wild out. I think one Edomite, I forgot her name, man. She's a damn actress. She went out there tweeting, talking about, uh, this is a shame. Gays, you're next. As if it's some witch hunt and you know, people is getting slaughtered. I mean, where was all the protests at when this poking the arm was going on? Where was my body, my choice then? People was protesting, people was out there doing, but it wasn't like they doing now. Why is he doing? Why is he putting all these women in hope? Because that is the primary voters that the Democrats get: minorities and women. So he's losing a grip on the minorities. So now the women are out there motivated now, running rampant, saying we got to get the Democrats back in office. The sodomites in the LGBTQ HIV community, they're out there getting motivated. The women are calling on them to say, hey, you're going to be next. Come on out. And the white man sitting back, licking his lips, man, rubbing his fingers together, saying, yes, the plan is working. And guess who pays for it in the end? All of the black and Hispanic babies that never seen the breath of life. We seen what happens when if y'all seen the video I did on Monday about Peter Nygaard and his quest for immortality and him preying on black women, talking and them acknowledging that they have a one of a kind reproductive system, stem cells, eggs, the whole nine that he's preying on them for. And he said abortions are very valuable. Umbilical cords, period blood, the whole. I mean, Esau's sick as hell. And then they got a whole army of damn pro-abortion zombies running out there, not even realizing what they're doing. They think it's all about somebody forcing you, telling you what you can and can't do with your body. I mean, you can go. White man ain't got no problem with you out there shooting up heroin, snorting coke, laying with 500 men, making money off of it, filming it on video. You doing whatever you want with your body. What the Most High is saying, and what the so-called white man, ironically, is actually stood behind, is he's saying you can't kill or murder at any particular point in time in your life. And they mad about that. Can you imagine? But see, it doesn't matter because if it's in the hands of the states now are going to be able to politicize that to get what they want. So it ain't like all of America is banded, and you know you living in the Middle East. California, what's his name? Gruesome. He just passed a law saying that there'll be no lawsuits or suing for anybody that comes from another state to come over here to get an abortion. The protections is already laid down. I mean, the devil is still working. So don't act like, oh, it's some big old victory going on. Let's look at the law real quick. And then we're going to get to the, let's look at the law. Deuteronomy 22. Let's see. Okay, let's look at 22. 22 and 22. It says, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die. So that's adultery. If a man lays with a married woman, that's adultery. Both of them should be put to death. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, so if she's promised to a man, if she's courting in a serious relationship or engaged to a husband, but has not completed the but hasn't completed yet the terms of the marriage, but she's promised, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, another man pops up on her and they have sex. Verse 24. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city. So it wasn't the fact that she was married or that she was betrothed. It was because she had a fornication or an adulterous situation that already occurred. She had consensual sex with another man that was not her quote unquote fiance. So she was worthy of death then. And the man who laid with her both got stoned to death. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he have humbled his neighbor's wife. So shalt thou put away evil from among you. So she did nothing, showed no resistance. So it wasn't rape, right? Verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then that man only that lay with her shall die. So now, in the sense of rape, if the man forcefully lies with her, he is to be put to death. We don't see any circumstances regarding if the woman becomes pregnant, what she should do with the baby. We do know one thing. Verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field and betrothed himself, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Okay, so we see what ends up happening in the event that there's a rape. The man is to be put to death. So that's judgment, right? Um, in let's read this one. Exodus 21:22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall surely be punished. According as the woman's husband will lay upon him, he shall pay as the judges determine. So here we see an instance where men are fighting. The wife of one of the men is carrying seed. She somehow gets caught up in the melee, and a man accidentally causes her fruit to depart from her, whether it was from high stress, whether it was from the fact that she fell on the ground in the midst of trying to break it up, or whatever the case may be. It said that no mischief followed, meaning this was a situation of like manslaughter. The man is still to be punished. According as the husband will lay upon him, he'll pay as the judges determine. That's when you get into eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, so forth and so on. That was a judgment, right? So we see that even when we're talking about fruit, that is the seed. That's what's going on within the woman's womb. So it isn't about at 15 weeks or 4 weeks, 3 weeks, or when the seed started its gestation. And no, the Most High said that soon as that seed, the fruit enters into that woman, man, that's life already activated. What's a sperm? Is a sperm life? I mean, you're looking at millions of sperm, man, fighting their way to find their way into that egg, and the egg needs to get fertilized. And once that sperm actually hits the egg, boom, the initiation of life has already began. Life, it took life in order to create life. So how are we saying that something isn't dead because you can't hear a heartbeat? You got the so-called white man. All he wants to do is abort babies, organ harvest. You got all kind of madness going on, man. They selling baby parts. There's been all kind of exposés and documentaries being done on that. And again, we just seen Peter Nargard talking about uh how great an abortion is because the fetus. Very simple. Exodus 20:13, thou shalt not kill. And when you look at Christ, when he broke it down in Matthew, I think it's in 19. Yep, there you go. Matthew 19:18. Look how he interpreted and gave it understanding. He said unto him, which he's talking about the rich man. The rich man asked you, how should he get to heaven? He said, what say the commandments? So again, that's getting back into to receive eternal life. It gets back. We have to go back to the commandments. That was the first thing Yahweh Shah said. We're not going to go there for time's sake, but go read Matthew 19 if you haven't yet. It's right here. And he said unto him, well, all right, we're going to read it. And he laid his hands on them and departed thence. And behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Verse 18 is the next one. He saith unto him, which Yahweh Shai said, thou shalt do no what? No murder. That's the same as not killing. We're talking about premeditated murder is against the laws of the Most High. You cannot premeditatively kill your brother, your sister, your baby, the baby that's within the womb. That is unlawful. That's considered murder. Okay, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. So the fact that we're seeing this go down, you already, but remember, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, was saying earlier this month and in May, oh, be prepared, get ready for rioting, get ready for violence this summer. It's going to be a violent summer because of the Roe versus Wade judgment. In other words, hint, hint, pro-life groups, get out there. Pro-abortion groups, get out there and raise hell. It's an election year. So look at this. U.S. braces for violence against conservatives, pro-life groups with Supreme Court's abortion ruling. What is that? All right, never mind. Lawmakers are sounding alarms about more violence at Republican Party offices and pro-life organizations across the country if the Supreme Court... Salaki, y'all. Hold on. Some alarm is going on in my crib. Let me see what that is. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, Salaki, Salaki, I'm back. I'm back. I'm seeing some scriptures on here. Naphtali says Psalms 139 and 16. 139 and 16. You want to go there? Let's see what it is. Uh Look at this. I want to go a little higher up though. Uh, Look at what David said. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. For thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in where my mother's womb. Look at that. David is acknowledging that the Most High recognizes the seed while it's in the mother's womb, regardless of how many weeks, months it is. The Most High recognizes it and covers that baby in the womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So here we are. Here's David even talking about being created in the womb. Here he is even talking about how he was wonderfully made in the womb. My substance was not hid from thee. When I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth, thine eyes did see my substance, yet being imperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fastened, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O Yahweh. How great is the sum of them. Look at that. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High. So we see what's going on here. All right. We see what's going on here. So clearly they're running with more politicism of what's happening, man. They out here running the smoke screen, acting like, uh, hold on. Whoa. Is it like that? Is it like that? Is it like that? Well, don't be surprised no more if it's six trolls watching. There is only seven likes, 13 people. Well, it's 13 on one channel. There's more on there's more than that on here. But because I got it on multiple I got a couple of YouTube streaming on a couple, but you know what? It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna panhandle for likes on here. If you appreciate the content, man, you tapping in, man. Y'all know what to do. It don't take much, man. Yeah, I know y'all want to just get on and just get right to the information, man. You just want to hear brother go, get to the scriptures, get to the information. I know, but have some decency, man. Have some courtesy. You dig what I mean? Act like you was raised right. You come in, man, wipe your feet. That's all. Wipe your feet. Look, as soon as you say that, man, people start dropping off. Oh, there you go. Hey, it makes me none. As they say, no, never mind, as they say, you know. But yeah, if y'all appreciate it, man, all praise to the most high, man. Just go and hit the like button. It don't cost you a penny. Ain't nobody pocket watching and do. All you need to do is just say, hey man, I like what I'm watching. I appreciate it. Let me like it. And it does is trigger the algorithm so that we can go ahead and keep the information flowing. So ironically, after that, then you talk about some trolls, about four people then left. Imagine that. Imagine that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Here we go. So we see what's happening. U.S. is bracing for violence against conservatives, pro-life groups with the Supreme Court's abortion ruling. So they're expecting, firebombing, some more protests, some more threats going on, especially once people get to their particular states and states start laying down legislation on restricting either outright abortions, like in states like Florida, Texas. Either they're going to go full blown restrictions or they're going to go to regulations where there's going to be specific cases that they'll allow it. Other than that, man, there's going to be mass exoduses of women running from state to state, trying to go get babies pulled up out of them. They're going to be going jetting down to Mexico, doing whatever they can, man, getting put under experimental, medicines in different places just to try to get up out just to get that baby about them. How about be a little bit more responsible? I'm talking to the ones, man, who's out there laying around, getting caught up in uncommittal relationships, not following biblical code when it comes down to the laws of marriage. Oh, you and your man's been together for 2 months, and oops, you done got pregnant. Oh, we're too young to have a baby. Get rid of it. Guess what? You shouldn't have been laying together. It's that simple. Oh, you hearing about how much of a hot girl summer is gonna be. You take your little narrow ass out to the bars and to the clubs. You having little competitions about your body counts with your girlfriends over the weekend, and you going out there, you wild out, and you get caught slipping. Oh, ain't nothing. I got, you got your morning after pills already set. Oh, you left your morning after pills. You got a good doctor that you can go run to, man. Go pay that money to get rid of that baby. Those days is about to be over with, depending on what state you live in. All right. So let's get to it. I'm gonna keep moving. Here we go. Supreme Court overrules Roe vs. Wade, eliminates the constitutional right to abortion. They're going to put it into the hands of the states. All right. And we'll see where that goes. All right. But nonetheless, they're going to be trying to motivate these zombies out there, man, to go wild out and act a damn fool leading up to this election. And you know that I seen a news report earlier today, man. These damn maniacs is out here blaming Trump. They're out there blaming Trump. I mean, Trump been out of office down there 2 years. They still trying to get that dude, man. They say, "Oh, it's Trump's fault and his Republican cohorts and his Supreme Court." What? Uh, didn't Slow Biden just get what's the old bed wench? Katanji Brown? Didn't he just get her elected as a Supreme Court justice? Huh? I mean, how long has Clarence Thomas been in, and the rest of them? Sotomayor and they was around before Trump. What are you talking about? Except for Katanji Brown. So this is how they out here playing these games, man. Oh, it was Trump's fault. Oh, it's the Republican. Man, they know what they're doing. Okay, they know what they're doing. Let's get to the warfare. Let's get to the warfare, right? That's still going on. Russian warship violates NATO waters twice as Vladimir Putin issues a nuclear warning. So as we can see here, there's already multiple threats that's been going on uh, between NATO and Russia. And the reason why we're hearing more about NATO is because just like I think I brought up the article last last Sabbath. It was talking about how Ukraine is out here desperately pleading for more money, desperately pleading for more weapons, as Russia is still conquering and taking over more parts of the Ukraine. So again, NATO's not going to take that L. They're not going to sit back and just say, "Oh, well, you know what? Hey, it was a good fight, man. We wasted billions and billions of dollars, man, and weapons galore, sending them out to, um, to NATO." No. So now we're seeing NATO stepping up. You're hearing about smaller countries within NATO now rising up, talking crazy about how they're going to. Uh, hold on. I want to see if I want to go here. Shalaki, I just had a notification on my phone. Okay, Shalaki. But now we're seeing how NATO is going to be rising up now. Now they're coming more to the forefront. You're not going to see too much more about Ukraine. You're going to see a couple of little BS stories about Ukraine and them coming up, uh, still winning the war. But all other intents and purposes and publications are saying, man, they taking L's right now. So now NATO is stepping up, which only leads more towards the likelihood of World War III coming. The likelihood of World War III coming. Look, a Russian warship violates NATO waters twice as Vladimir Putin issues a nuclear warning. Uh, Russian warship violated NATO's waters twice on Friday morning, the Danish armed forces said. The Kremlin vessel entered Danish waters north of the Baltic Sea island of Bornholm at 12:30 a.m. and again a second time a few hours later. Denmark branded the move an unacceptable provocation, although the Russian embassy in Copenhagen said the Danes provided no evidence. So either they're trying to set up Russians and saying, "Oh, they over here trying to uh they're trying to set them up," or it's actually going down and Russia is trying to provoke NATO to do something. I know Putin is over there licking his lips, man. He can't wait until somebody, you know, provokes him to push that panic button. Let's see here. Denmark's armed forces said the warship left after the Danish Navy established radio contact. It comes after despot Vladimir Putin warned he was ready to use nuclear weapons to protect Russia's sovereignty. Denmark's foreign minister Jep Kofod tweeted a deeply irresponsible, gross, and completely unacceptable Russian provocation in the middle of hashtag FMDK, Democracy Festival of Denmark. So they're out here trying to provoke the rest of the NATO constituents to say Russia's moving in on us. You know, the Danes is weak, so they trying to, snitch to the other what is it, 30 countries in NATO and say, hey, Russia's getting too close. They done crossed our waters twice. What are we gonna do about it? And the rest of the NATO countries are saying, slow down. We're not ready to go there yet. Well, somebody's going to have to step up because Ukraine is over there getting their ass whooped. And now they just got through finally getting the first phase of their acceptance into the EU, the European Union. See, either way, you got the Ukraine is looking for help. They tried to get it through NATO. NATO turned them down. But NATO said, we'll still help you, even though you're not a member. So now they went to the EU, the European Union, saying, we need in, we need help. And now the first phase of their acceptance into the the EU, excuse me, has been accepted. So one way or the other, there's going to be a world war, whether it's through the EU, whether it's through NATO, via the EU. I mean, it's going down. All right. Look at this. The West rises against Putin. Finland warns Russia it is ready to fight. See what I'm saying? You got the Danish coming out, Finland coming out. It's always the smaller little nations is the ones poking the bear, saying, come on, let's get to it. Let's go. The West rises against Putin. Finland warns Russia it is ready to fight them. And U.S. declares NATO's ironclad support for Lithuania as Moscow's fury grows over Kaliningrad blockade. So Russia right now is getting ready to start locking down all their gas to the dependent countries that's in NATO, Germany, Finland, Lithuania, all of them, right? And I think Lithuania had blocked this Kaliningrad blockade. That's a I guess that's a route that Russia needs to maintain its oil supply. So they blocked them off. So now, it's just more provocation for war. See? Finland's armed forces chief said the country has been preparing for war against Russia for decades. Decades. Lithuania blocked goods sanctioned by the EU from reaching the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad. Yeah, see, they're blocking goods. U.S. said it would defend fellow NATO member Lithuania if Russia launched an attack. See, they doing all this madness, and then they just keep on waiting for Russia to attack so that they can have a reason for provocation, even though they're the ones starting all of this madness. The whole reason why the war started is because NATO broke its agreement saying that they wouldn't move any closer territorially to Russia than where they was already at. And once they started flirting with Ukraine, which damn near put them and their military at the border of Russia, they violated their agreement since the 90s. And now Russia had to act. And now here they go again. You got the Danes over here saying, hey, they over here swimming in, they over here moving around in our waters. And Russia's like, prove it. No, we don't have to. We're just gonna say it. And now you got Finland coming up talking about we've been waiting to get it on with you for years. Lithuania saying block off their way to get goods. Hopefully they do something. It's wild. Look, Counter-Strike. Electrified. NATO's plotting a new 200,000 strong force to wipe Russia off the earth if Putin invades. They are going to continually poke and prod until it all goes down. Well, isn't that what he's, What's the scripture saying, Ezekiel? We've talked about it 1,000,001 times. 1,000,001 times. As it stands right now, look, we got Ezekiel 38. We're gonna read 2, 3, and 4. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So when we're talking about Gog and Magog, we're talking about Russia, and we're talking about Gog being the chief prince or the head of Gog and Magog. As it stands right now, Putin is the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, Moscow and Tubal, Russia, the Soviet Union, so to speak. Okay, the Most High said he's against him. He's still Esau, he's still Edom, he still has committed atrocities throughout the world. What did the Most High say he's going to do? I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. The Most High is going to pull him. He's going to be provoked into war. He's going to be put into a position to where he has to act. He's going to bring him forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So they're going to be bringing out the tanks, the drones, the missiles, the bombs, the Satan 2, the ICBM. And they're coming with it all. And who's going to be accompanied? Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with the shield and helmet. It's going to be World War III, right? So we seeing this, and we're seeing, and people, when we're reading these stories, we're saying, well, why do they keep provoking? Why do they keep testing Russia? This is why. This is why. Okay. And now NATO's saying we got 200 strong, 200,000 strong, ready to wipe Russia off the face of the earth. That's serious talk. That's talk when you're saying basically the only way that you can do that is through nuclear warfare. And nobody has a bigger nuke army or nuclear capability than Russia right now. See how they lining up? This look like a damn video game where they're setting up a united front right in front of Russia. And guess who's behind them over on this side? America. And America's got troops all in here. Then you still got the rest of the European nations. You still got France over here. You still got England on the further to the west. You understand? So this is where it's headed. This is where it's headed. Look at the type of spy games they're playing on this thing. Putin Colonel Vadim Zemin, who carried Russian president's nuclear codes, found dead at home. Here he is right here. A secretive Colonel Vadim Zemin, who carried the Russian president's nuclear codes, has been found shot at his home. It was reported. Now we're seeing assassinations. Here's the briefcase right here with the codes in it. Here is a picture of him over here carrying it behind Putin. Here he is over here. They didn't send assassins to this dude's house, man. Put him to death. Now they got to get somebody else to secure the codes. Is that a stall tactic to make sure that he can't get to the codes, that he can't launch nukes? I mean, what's going on? This is how deep it's going. Okay, and look at this foolishness. This is how bad it's getting. When we talk about wag the dog and the foolishness, Ukrainian goat. Now the goats is fighting for the Ukraine, man. They over there, they standing by the tanks and all of that. A Ukrainian goat. How do they know it's Ukrainian? What determines a goat to be Ukrainian? I mean, it's just this is how dumb Esau thinks the public is. Maybe the public is that damn dumb. But look, Ukrainian goat injures a group of Russian soldiers with grenades. The animal sets off invaders' own tripwire booby traps. So the goats is fighting for the Ukrainians too now. They triggering booby traps, man. They blowing up Russians with their own damn grenades. I mean, how foolish is this getting? Right? While we're talking about the media, I just remembered this. One of the sisters sent this to us in our communication group today. Shout out to Mariah. Uh I want to share this with y'all, and we're gonna see something very interesting. You're gonna see how the devil really works. Okay. Now, this is from Channel 8 News, NBC, WFLA.com, NBC, Florida. Kidnapped Florida man drives erratically in hopes of being pulled over. Now, watch this. A Florida man who boasted about the success of his dog breeding business online found himself in a fight for his own life after authorities said he was kidnapped by three suspects who wanted a cut of the profits himself for themselves. Deputies said a Port St. Lucie man was kidnapped at his own home after three men posing as interested dog buyers robbed and assaulted the man and demanded he hand over the large amounts of cash he boasted online. Okay. So everybody following so far. Brother's online. He's got a dog breeding business. Uh, Typical Jake. He going online, flashing his cash, talking about how much money he making over these dogs or whatnot. So these three other Jakes set him up. They said, "Oh, you got money like that? Okay, cool." They, reached out to him online, said, "We're interested dog buyers, man. Can we come by the house so we can, check out the dogs and buy some dogs?" Clearly, the dude said, "Okay, cool. Come on by." Now, authorities said the dangerous saga lasted roughly 2 days. So this is a 2-day affair, mind you. 2 days. Okay. And moved from various locations before the suspect kidnapped the man and forced him to drive to a location that required the group to travel through Martin County. Hold on. First of all, it says the dangerous saga lasted roughly 2 days and moved from various locations before the suspects kidnapped the man. Hold on. How do you move somebody from various locations if you haven't already kidnapped them? If they're not already being held against their will? Who was moving? Why was it over 2 days? Why'd they wait 2 days to finally kidnap him? Very interesting. And forced him to drive to a location that required the group to travel to Martin County. While the group was traveling, authorities said the victim, who was forced to drive, saw deputies patrolling the highway. He intentionally committed a traffic infraction in hopes of being pulled over, the Martin County Sheriff's Office said, and it worked. So the brother says, "Oh, shoot, there goes the police. I'm going to start driving erratic and do some things to hopefully we get pulled over." Okay. Here's the evidence. Here's a gun, right? Okay. When the deputy stopped the vehicle, they said the victim was afraid to say he was being kidnapped, but had a look at the spare when deputies issued him a warning and sent him on his way. Whoa, whoa. This alone sounds like something out of a movie, but it don't play out like that in the movies. When was the last time you seen four Jakes in a car driving erratically, purposefully causing traffic violations, and the deputy gives him a warning and sends him on his way? That don't work for Jakes. That don't work for Israel. What are we talking about? Four Jakes in the car, driving erratic, and you get pulled over, and you just get a warning. Come on, man. They would have been pulled them Jakes out the car and did some damage. So they said he was too afraid to say anything. Deputy issued him a warning, told him that's rare. So anyway, long story short, they said the victim started moving his hands. The deputy picked up on it, moved on it, and went and picked him up. Right now, check this out. When deputies searched the vehicle, they said they found guns, plural, knives, and large amounts of cash. First of all, if you've already kidnapped this cat, you got the money. Why are you still riding around? Isn't the lick done? The lick is done. You should be up out of there. They said there was guns. I see one. Where's the plural? Where's the rest? I don't see him. Do you see knives? We don't see no knives in the evidence of photos. Maybe here. Maybe there's another one. Did I miss it? Oh no. Some little skinny narrow Jake. Oh, another little skinny narrow Jake. Narrow ass Jake. And here goes another one. I mean, does he look like he was doing something? Oh, but that was his county issue flip flop. Oh, they found a little dope on him, huh? I still haven't seen. So they got some. Okay, I don't see plural. Did y'all see that? Okay, so they said there was guns, plural, knives, large amounts of cash. I don't see the cash even being pictured as part of the evidence. Maybe they left that out. Okay, let's look at the name. Tezekiel Sellers, 22 of Atlanta. Oh, okay. So one of them's from Atlanta. Benyamin Radcliffe of Buffalo. So we got Atlanta, upstate New York, and Kashavia Bragdon of Tallahassee. So how these three niggas come together? One from Atlanta, one from Buffalo, one from Tallahassee. Interesting. They're all over the damn place. Were all charged with unlicensed carry of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and providing a false name, in addition to kidnapping, assault, home invasion, false imprisonment, and witness tampering. They're all over the place. So they gave false names, huh? Okay. Now check this out. According to authorities, the men claim they were part of a group called the Israelites. Oh boy. Oh boy. Um. Well, let's just look at Second Timothy 3. Just keep it easy, okay? Second Timothy 3:3. The scriptures say it's going to be perilous times to come, and one of the things of peril said that there's going to be men and women without natural affection, truce breakers, and false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Um, in Psalms 94. Verse 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? I mean, the scriptures is clearly asking the question: can we have any particular fellowship with a throne that's based upon iniquity? Man, how was America established? Bloodshed, rape, murder, papal bulls, the doctrine of discovery. We're talking about the raping and the pillaging of lands, stolen, false peace treaties and covenants being broken, murder, dog sicked on us, hanging, lynchings, burnings, the whole nine. I mean, come on. Systematic racism. We've got a whole system that's built for us to fail. We're already at the point now it's going to take over 200 years for just the so-called blacks to equalize the wealth gap between us and between the Southern Kingdom and the so-called white man. That's how he's established and maintain his throne of iniquity. So how can we have any type of fellowship with that? And then they sit back and frame all kind of mischief by law. And they've got the press that's out here creating these false stories and publicizing them, trying to demonize the Israelites. You know how that plays out all the time. This ain't the first time they've done this. Why in an investigation? Why would they just all of a sudden say that they were Israelites? Why are they not just individuals? What will make them voluntarily say, "Oh, by the way, we're Israelites"? If they're being false names, first of all, remember that they did that. Okay, they get charged with unlicensed carry of firearm, possessing a controlled substance, giving false names, kidnapping, assault, home invasion, false imprisonment, witness tampering, and throughout all of that, they say, "Oh, by the way, while you're interrogating us, we're Israelites." And look at this. According to authorities, the men claimed they were part of a group called the Israelites and only wanted to come to Florida to hang out with some bees. Deputy said the men will instead go to state prison. Can you imagine this? But that ain't even the kicker, though. That ain't even the kicker. Here's another story, right? This is NBC News again. NBC News again, right? Same article. Kidnapped Florida man drove erratically so police will pull him over, authorities say. Kidnapped Florida man drives erratically in hopes of being pulled over. So they only thing they said was so police will pull him over, authorities say. A Florida dog breeder who was being forced to drive by three alleged kidnappers. A Florida man who boasted about the success of his dog breed. Said they just changed the words a little bit. But check out this one though. Same picture, right? They talking about the deputy pulled him over. They found a large amount of cash. Here's the trio. Tezekiel Sellers, Ben Yahiv. What? Look at these names, man. Okay, anyway. Here they go. They've been charged with multiple counts, including kidnapping, carjacking, armed burglary, home invasions. The sheriff didn't identify the victim. The trio posed as interested dog buyers, blah 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 blah. The alleged home invasion took place early last week over a 2-day period. We're seeing some of those same facts coming in, right? So far, they're talking about the speed limit. The alleged kidnappers were arrested with the help of the poor and say, where's the part about them being Israelites? Have y'all seen that part? It ain't here. It ain't here. We've already reached to the part of the article where it should have been said. Look, he intentionally got pulled over. We passed up the picture. Hold on. You pass up the picture. Here's the names. Here's the names. In this next paragraph, they should have been talking about this. According to authorities, they're part of the Israelites. You see how these damn bastards do us? A complete setup, man. They use one outlet to say it was some Israelites that did it. And the other one, they say, no, we didn't say that. That's why that's why we say the white man is a devil, man. You talk about trying to set men up, trying to damage the image and the integrity of the Israelites. I mean, first of all, what Israelite do you see looking like him? I don't. Their friend John. I don't see it. Their friend John. These cats still wearing skinny jeans, man. If any Israelite out there, you still wearing skinny jeans, man, you might need a counsel. Do you see beard? He's able to grow a little beard. Where's his beard at? What? He damn sure ain't no damn. Look at him. These are Israelites all of a sudden. That's why the Most High gave us that law. Because it's much easier to identify folly than not. That's why we keep these laws, man. Can you imagine this? What are y'all saying in the chat, man? Did you just see this? You see this folly? These damn bastards, man, false accusers trying to set Jakes up. One article they talking about some Israelites. Look at these niggas, man. You know where this is Israel, huh? And they just happen to volunteer. This dude look like he's straight up. Nah, I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. And then they got the nerve to try to set Jakes up, talking about all we want to do, all the Israelites want to do is go hang out with some bees. I mean, come on, man. But the devil get busted again, man. We all know his ass. Just wanted to share that with y'all, man. So, that's why I was talking about with Jesse Lee Peterson, man, Uncle Jesse, and that fake ass Christian pastor, so called, when he was gonna interview me and Ryan. And we said, no, no, we want to film, man, because we know how y'all do. We're not gonna be editing and trying to make this interview look any type of way. We want to be able to back up our own protections. And they said, no, no, we can't do that. That's how the media plays, man. We ain't falling for it. So let's get back to this. Ukrainian goat injures. Somehow the damn goats is out here fighting for the Ukrainians. Look at this one. He got gold chains on and shit. I mean, he saw something else, man. Something else. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Look at this. I'm not even gonna speak on this. Y'all can see it. What wasn't it misinformation if you even compared the two? If you said it was similar to, you getting that seasonal thing. Now it's being brought out. DVOC 19 or a cold. Imagine that. And there's a breakthrough of infections in who? Who's getting it? Ooh, I'm not gonna read it. You read it. Let's move on. Oh, the new okra subvariant is swamping the U.S. Escapes immunity from the jab and previous infections. New studies say. Oh, so the jabs ain't working, huh? And people who already got the jab is getting. Ooh, let me be quiet. I just want to make sure that y'all seeing what's happening. Okay. Hopefully that gave y'all enough time to just kind of see and read what's going on. Because I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna even. I can't even mention it too much, man. YouTube is too sensitive. Okay. Look at this. North Korea reports an outbreak of an unidentified disease alongside the DVOC 19. So we read about the plagues not being slack last week in Second Ezra 16. This is why we're seeing all of these damn plagues rising up. Second Ezra 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. When the Most High releases all of these plagues, man, there's no returning from them. They already have been sent out to do their bidding. Before we finish that up, let's go to Sirach 39. This is riding in the spirit. Hold on. Dang it. And let's read 28. And we'll read down. Sirach 39, 28. It says, there be spirits that be created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Do you understand? These plagues, these diseases, man, they don't stop, man, until the Most High smiles. And people say, man, I don't want a God like that. Well, that's why your head's going to roll. That's why Yahweh Shah said in Luke 19:27, he that doesn't want me to reign over him, bring hither and slave before me. Paraphrasing that. Why paraphrase when we can just look at it? Why paraphrase? Maybe if I could spell it right, we can look at it, huh? I don't want a guy like that. Well, guess what? You'll be found an enemy of Christ, and you're gonna get put to death. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Why are we even reading that type of word? With the Christian church is talking about God is all love. Jesus Christ loves everybody. He hates the sinner. Hates the sin, loves the sinner. I mean, if y'all seen the video the other day, man, Brother Solomon dealing with that damn demonic pedophile Edomite that was defending the damn sodomite community. And he's talking about, oh, all is terrible, but I just can't prove it out the scriptures. It's because the word ain't been given to you. And then you get the little 10 tribe couple and the Jake on the side. They're talking about how it's a sin, homosexuality is sin, but God still loves them. God still loves the people. What? Nothing could be further from the truth. This is why Christ got put to death. This is why he was charged with sedition. This is why he was looked at as a rebel. This is why he was looked at as a revolutionary, because it was his way, Most High's way, or the highway. He was charging up the people, giving them decrees of understanding and saying, listen, stop following along with the ways of the damn system. Stop following after the ways of these false leaders and teachers that's out there. Stop following after the hypocritical ways of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Stop following after lies and hypocrisy. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I don't want a God like that. Well, guess what? You're going to get slayed before Yahweh Shai, man. Period. I think it's in Romans the 10th chapter. He said, man, every knee shall bow and face the judgment. There's going to be mass carnage out here because you're too damn sensitive and you don't want to have to deal with what the Most High puts on the table. So when we're reading about these plagues and these spirits that's out there, and they're wreaking havoc in the earth, they said they have to do that because they won't stop until they appease the wrath of him that made them. What type of spirits are they? Fire, hail, famine, which we're going to be reading about shortly. Massive famines coming on the earth. It's already hidden. And death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So the Most High is fair. He said, if you're righteous, you're going to live. You don't have to worry about these spirits. But if you're wicked, oh, they coming for you. And they're not going to stop until they appease the wrath of him that made them. You see the white man try to make Terminator. There's no stopping until he kills John Connor, the chosen seed, and all of that. Now, that's how the Most High spirits work. They don't stop until they appease his wrath. You understand? Let's get back over here to Sirach. I mean, 2nd of 16. Verse 14 says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. See that? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. See, that there's no balance in the budget. There's no stopping the inflation, stagflation. There's not going to be, the end of the war. All of a sudden, the crops is going to start growing back up. Oh, the earth is going to start replenishing itself and yielding up righteous soil again. That's over with. We're too far gone. And as the scriptures say, man, it's not going to be no returning again. It's not going to be no more make America great again. It's not going to be no building back better. But that's over with. Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? I mean, Ezra is like, Ezra is praying and saying, who is going to deliver me in those days? This is prophetic. This is another interesting scripture where you could talk about regeneration because he would know that he was going to be there. It ain't happening in his time. But he's speaking in the present tense as if he's going to be there experiencing it. That's deep. Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of these things. We're on the precipice of that right now. Famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. In order to make things right, according to amend things, the Most High said, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish have to be let loose in the earth. So when we start seeing things like this, look at the gooks over there. They got an unidentified disease over there. And they still battling the DVOC 19 or 91, I should say. South Korean officials have said that the disease only referred to be in North Korea as an acute enteric epidemic is likely to be either cholera or typhoid. They don't even know what it is. But I believe it's intestinal, and they all jacked up over there. These new subvariants escape antibodies from the medicine and prior okra infection study suggests. So it's looking like what they keep promoting and telling everybody to make sure you go out there and handle your business and roll up your sleeve. Oh, it's not working, is it? Oh, you actually got it. Oh, how tragic. Dare we say we told you so? I'm not gonna read any more of this. Y'all already know what time it is. Oh, look at it. 6 dead amid meningococcal disease outbreak affecting the sodomites. Oh, so now they getting meningitis diseases, monkeypox is at the hands of the damn sodomites, man. This is what, and the damn white preacher or the damn bootleg Christian is out there defending the activities of the gay and the bisexual men in Florida. And here they are bringing more plague and more disease. Are they not at the are they not at the helms of what initially started off with the HIV epidemic? Who's the first ones they were saying was that for? Brought it on. White man changed the narrative. Oh, it was the Africans over there messing with the monkeys, and they brought it. No, we know how that thing came about, and they let it loose on the sodomites first because guess what? That's collateral damage. Because ultimately, who is dying at the greatest rate of it now? You guessed it, the Israelites. So what's the loss of a few? Let's say 100,000 sodomites die, in contrast to 300,000 black and Hispanics. You've gotten rid of the sodomite community, and you done got rid of Israel. That's a win-win. Think about it. And now the sodomites being blamed for the monkeypox and now meningococcal disease outbreak is happening in Florida. Wow. Now look at this. Oh, too little, too late. NYC Sexual Health Clinic offering the MP because I don't know how YouTube is playing it with this thing yet, but you know what I'm talking about. The pox monkey jab to gay and bi men is forced to close due to overwhelming demand. Look at the sodomites is flooding to these damn clinics, man, trying to get shot up. Scared as hell. That ain't gonna stop them from being sodomites, is it? They figure, man, let me go get jabbed up, man. I can still go over here and lay up with this man or lay up with this woman and this man. And you see how wicked these damn people are? That didn't force change. That forced them to figure they're gonna go run and get poked up, and they'll be fine. Let me get this in Isaiah. Uh, yeah, Jeremiah, Salakia. Jeremiah 46:11. Go up into Gilead and take balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. The daughter of Egypt. That goes back to Revelation 11 and 8, man. This is the birth child of spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Babylon, man, all wrapped in one. America the Great. Okay. Go up into Gilead, take balm, O virgin, daughter of Egypt. In vain thou shalt use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. See, they running trying to get balm and medicines. They figuring, oh, we're getting plagued, we're getting hit. We got meningococcal disease. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to the LGBTQ HIV community. Go out there and rub up, man. Hit the Hershey Highway, man. Do your thing, man. Hopefully y'all get plagued in smoke. Look, too little, too late. They had to close down a damn uh uh clinic because of overwhelming demand as they're running trying to get balm and medicine. Monkeypox vaccine. A gay and bi man is forced to close due to overwhelming demand. Just days before the Pride parties, officials fear will trigger an explosion in cases. So imagine that. So they're saying that they were going to go get poked up so they can go out there and party. Now you got a bunch of them that were unable to get their fix, and now they're out there going to go hit the Pride parties and all of that. So if you see an explosion in cases, It's either one or two things. They either got shot up with the thing and it's super spreading, or they didn't get it and they still going out there super spreading. You figure it out. Look, New York City began offering jab against the pox monkey at risk groups on Thursday as authorities scrambled to contain a global outbreak. Demand was so high within hours of its launch, the city had to cut off walk-in appointments as visits were already booked through early next week. I mean, the sodomites is out of control, man. Good lord. On the front of the disease epidemic and what's going on, man. Basketball player, this brother, Purdue All-American, former NBA player Caleb Swanigan, dead at age 25. So interestingly enough, we're still seeing athletes dropping dead. Now, in his case, they said he died of natural causes. What? 25? Can somebody explain to me? Maybe one of y'all in the chat, man, maybe got a little background in medicine. What are the natural causes, quote unquote, natural causes for a 25-year-old? I mean, in the hood, the natural causes is drugs, guns, uh, you know, stuff like that. I mean, what's a natural cause for a 25-year-old to get put to death? Somebody help me with that. You understand? That doesn't sound right to me. Oh, he died of natural causes. Let's just sweep that one under the rug, man. 25, former athlete, natural causes. I wonder if he rolled that sleeve up. How about this guy? And remind you, this is all within the same week. Baltimore Ravens linebacker Jalen Ferguson dies at 26. At approximately 11:25 p.m. Tuesday, Baltimore police said officers responded to a home in the northern district of the city where they found Ferguson unresponsive and being treated by medics. Ferguson never regained consciousness and was pronounced dead on the scene by medics, according to police. Now, another mysterious death. 26. Athlete, played for the Ravens. I wonder what happened. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, before we go here, I'm gonna switch gears on y'all. I'm gonna switch gears on y'all. Somebody explain this to me and make this make sense, man. These two niggas. I'm going there. These two niggas. Rappers YG and Tiger. I'm gonna just play the video. See, look at this body. I knew that was gonna be. That's okay. Come on, get up out of here. Another one, huh? Can't get enough of that. Now, mind you, these two Jakes, one of them is a so-called quote-unquote gangster. The other one's a little wannabe gangster, I guess. YG supposed to be treetop Pyru, big gold gangster, all this other extra stuff, right? The other one's supposed to be from Hoover. He's supposed to be a gangster too. But now they getting money. Now they doing their thing. I guess, they not active gangbang. Okay, cool. Salute for that. But this right here is out of pocket. Look at this.
Whoa, look at it. Run the bands up, hey. Run the bands up, run the bands up, hey. Run the bands up, run the bands up. Calabasas forever. Run the bands up, run the bands up. Run the bands up, run the bands up.
Okay, we're not running no bands up, man. Hold on. Hold the hell on. First of all, I mean, all right. We just gonna go to the law. Number one. Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shalt a man put on a woman's garment. We're just going very simply there. These niggas is out of pocket just for dressing like women. Wigs on and the whole nine. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Okay. That's number one. 1 Corinthians 6. I mean, not that these two damn heathens want to get to the kingdom of heaven, because they wouldn't be doing this madness. But again, look at this. 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves of mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Uh, lastly, lastly, let me get one more. See, Negroes think, oh, it's all funny, it's just entertainment. We're just doing it's for promo, it's for clout. I mean, you can't pay me enough, man, to do that. Didn't you Yahushua say, "What profit a man if he gain the whole world but lose his soul?" Look at it. 1 Corinthians 14:33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. The Most High doesn't deal with this foolishness and this damn confusion, man. This is the act of folly. Period. Point blank. Let me see one more. Ecclesiastes, I think I want 10. Uh, yeah, look at it. Ecclesiastes 10:6. It says, folly is set in great dignity. Now, see, when they doing this folly and this foolishness, man, this is set up in great dignity. They getting set up with millions of views on their Instagram. They getting plenty of paper from their music careers and touring and merchandise and all this other foolishness. That's set up like that's what that you're gonna have little kids and the rest of them aspiring to do this foolishness, man, for clout and for a name. And look, and the rich sit in a low place. Well, then what did the Most High tell us in Revelation 2:9? I know thy works are tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I mean, the real Jews, the real Israelites, those of us who understand and know who we are, understand and know that the covenantal agreement that we have with the Most High, that keep the laws and the commandments of the Most, we sitting in a low place. And the folly is being exalted and put in great dignity. Look at these niggas, man. Look at this. And this one right here, he's enjoying it a little bit too much. Look at it. He's all in the mirror, showing his teeth, fixing his makeup.
Whole lot of drink in my right hand. Long list left 400, the hype man.
I'm gonna play that one more time for y'all. Now, look, these dudes look like damn demons, man. Now, I don't know if that's prosthetic masks or whatever they got. I don't give a damn. This is out of pocket.
Whoa, honey. Run the bands up, hey. Run the bands up, run the bands up, hey. Run the bands up, run the bands up. Calabasas forever.
Calabasas. I guess they supposed to be the Kardashians. What? These Negroes, and he fixing his hair every minute. What? And watch the look. Hold on.
Whoa, honey.
You see that look? Look at that look. This Negro been waiting to be a damn broad, man. Trying to get this little seductive looking look, man. These niggas is gay. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This is wild. This one, he got the damn seductive ass look. This one over here fixing his hair all in the damn mirror like a damn broad, man.
Run the bands up, hey. Run the bands up, run the bands
Fixing
up,
his
hey.
hair.
Run the bands up, run the bands up. Calabasas forever. Run the bands up, run the bands up. Run the bands up, run the bands up.
We ain't running no
Run the
bands
bands
up.
up, run the bands.
That's enough. We ain't running no bands up. While that is going on, and that's these Negroes' life. Subsequently 22 negative. We saw no friends, no nothing, man. Nothing. And like we seen before, they omitted that in a different article where they didn't include it. They said that they was Israelites. So the folly is at all-time high right now. And while these Negroes is out here talking about run their bands up and dressing like damn broads with prosthetic wigs and masks on and makeup and posing for the camera and fixing their wigs, you got the Fed chair, the head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, saying it's going to be very challenging to have a soft landing and a recession is possible. So if you're not having a soft landing, you're having a hard landing, which means what? A crash. And if you got the head of the bank that America borrows its money from, and he assesses the situation and says there ain't gonna be no soft landing, regardless of what that slow Biden and his cronies is out here talking about. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna tax the gas for 3 months, and we're gonna bring everything down. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry. When the money man is saying it's going to be very challenging to have a soft landing and a recession is possible. Well, we're already in a recession, man. They just don't want to come out and say it for fear of panic and people doing bank runs and snatching their money out the banks and everything else. They do that, man. Everything's really going to collapse. People start taking all their money out of the markets. It's really going to collapse. So they sit back and spoon feed and seduce and lie their way through this whole thing and hoping that it's all gonna change. They've been saying we was gonna have uh 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 they was talking about a damn inflation a year ago. Oh, it's gonna be transitory, just a couple months. Don't worry about it. Until right now, they like we can't avoid it. We got to talk about it. So the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, gave his most explicit acknowledgement to date that steep interest rate hikes could tip the U.S. economy into a recession, saying one is possible and calling a soft landing very challenging, meaning this thing ain't coming down soft where everything's just going to balance out and everything's going to be cool. The economy is shot. The economic foundations of America is crumbling. And they saying, man, it's going to be very challenging to straighten this thing out. The other risk, though, is that we would not manage to restore price stability and that we would allow this high inflation to get entrenched in the economy, Powell told lawmakers on Wednesday. We can't fail on that task. We have to get back to 2% inflation. Good luck on that. Look at it. Sri Lanka. We're talking worldwide. This is going on. Sri Lankan prime minister says that the nation's economy has collapsed. So I've told y'all about watching Venezuela. You watching these other look at El Salvador. They started creating their whole economy based on Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crashed like a mug, and so has the economy over there in El Salvador. Sri Lanka, Elam and the East Indians over there, they're jacked up right now. Their whole nation's economy is completely collapsed. And guess what? Anybody and everybody that they owe money to, they still coming at them saying, "Where's our money at?" There's no yielding and there's no mercy with the so-called white man if you owe them. Look at this, Colombo, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's debt-laden economy has collapsed after months of shortages of food, fuel, and electricity. That's coming worldwide. I'm trying to tell it. Listen, I ain't got to tell you. The Most High already said it. We've gone over all the different judgments and prophecies. See, America still props up things because they still got these damn pride parades going on as the distractions. They've got the baseball, the football, that's the distractions. The draft, NBA draft, distractions. You know, long as they keep talking about, oh, you get 2 for $5 burgers and you can go get some 10 nuggets for $1. As long as they can still put out the GMO and the damn plastic wrap food out there, you got everybody think, oh, we're fine, no problem, everything's great. But this is gonna be the last place to get hit. They gonna hit the third world countries that was already in trouble. They're gonna be the first. They're the first ones that's gonna experience worldwide famine, plague, disease, the whole nine. So you see here, they already had shortages of food, fuel, and electricity. And what are they talking about happening over here? Fuel costs going up, electricity, blackouts, and everything else supposed to be happening, and it's already happening here in the states. Food shortages, water. I mean, we're in massive droughts, especially here on the West Coast. Water shortages, and we thinking everything's gonna be fine, huh? Okay. The prime minister told lawmakers Wednesday in comments that underscored the country's dire situation as it seeks help from international lenders. So they figuring their way out is going to go borrow some money. You broke. The economy's shot. It's over with. Who's going to give you some money? They going to let them Elamite. They going to let them perish. Ranil, and they're going to blame Putin as usual. Ranil Wicked, I ain't even going to try to say the name, told Parliament that the South Asian nation faces, quote, a far more serious situation than the shortages alone, and he warned a possible fall to rock bottom. Our economy has completely collapsed. The crisis on the island of 22 million is considered its worst in recent memory, but Wicken, whatever, can't even pronounce that name. I'm not even going to try. Did not cite any specific new developments. His comments appeared intended to emphasize to critics and opposition lawmakers that he was inherited and a difficult task that cannot be fixed quickly. So Sri Lanka is on their way out, man. They about to have disease, starvation, and the whole nine. Not about to. They already are there, man. Their economy's collapsed, and that's what they're going to do. Due to the so-called white man, he wants to destroy all economic foundations throughout the world so he can build a new world order. Just watch the recovery efforts as they're reaching out to international lenders, and watch the type of system that they put them on. That's gonna let everybody know where we're headed. Look at this. The US economy will grind to a halt in the second half of 2023, and the following year won't be much better, B of A says, as it slashes its growth forecast. So Bank of America is saying they're already cutting their economic growth estimates for the next damn near year and a half. They're already saying they're expecting losses. 40%, they saying. So they talked about the recession hitting first to second quarter of next year. B of A now is saying by the second half of 2023, moving into 2024, economically is going to be bad. I've covered the stories. Multiple CEOs are saying recession is coming. We're cutting our losses. Look at this. Netflix. And what wasn't Netflix big, during the pandemic? Netflix and chill, everybody locked down, everybody's, streaming all of their favorite shows and movies and everything else, staying in the house. They was booming. Netflix and all the streaming. Now all of that's over with. Look at this. Netflix braces for more layoffs by the end of the week, just a month after hundreds of staff and contractors were cut, as the company loses 70% of its value and reveals it shed nearly 200,000 subscribers and expects to lose more. So Netflix is on the way down. Look, tech firms cut staff amid recession fears. What used to be the safe bet? Get into tech, get into coding, get into the computers. They the first ones getting hit. Tesla laid off and fired a gang of workers. Multiple tech firms is cutting off staff. Netflix, I mean, you see it. Look, more companies are starting to rescind job offers. And I know that to be true. My job did that. They was hiring. They was supposed to be getting some positions opening over the summer. They just said last week in a meeting we had. They said those positions are frozen now. We're not hiring right now. So this so-called booming economy and the low unemployment filings, that's all bogus. A lot of these companies now are starting to shut down. They starting to lay off because they're trying to save money before they lose everything. The labor market remains hot, but businesses in a range of industries are pulling back job offers to recruits they were courting just a short time ago. You see that? So it's a gang of people out there, man, on their first interview, second interview. They think they're about to get a job, and next thing you know, you don't hear back from them. Because all these companies are scared of saying, hold on, we can't take on no more debt. Businesses in several different industries are rescinding job offers they made just a few months ago, in a sign that the tightest labor market in decades may be showing cracks. Companies including Twitter, real estate brokerage, Redfin, and cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase Global have rescinded offers in recent weeks. Employers in other pockets of the economy are pulling away offers too, including some in insurance, retail, marketing, consulting, and recruiting services. So you tell me where we're at as far as Babylon standing on its, broad shoulders of the economy. Man, this thing is over with. It's not looking good. Look at this. Look, I said it's worldwide. Look at Germany. The whole market is in danger of collapsing. Germany warns of a Lehman moment if Russia cuts off natural gas to Europe. And that's what Russia's getting ready to do. If they heading into the winter, they need all the gas that they can get for the heat, for the electricity, for the fuel, for the transporting the goods. Russia's getting ready to cut them off. And they talking about how the whole market in Germany and parts of Russia is about to collapse. And these niggas is out here talking about run them bands up, dressing like the damn Kardashians, looking like demons. And this is going on in the world. Let me show for my brother Aladad, man. I'm gonna give you something good to watch. This is in Spain. Migrants from Morocco. Them ain't ants. It look like the Walking Dead, man. The Daywalkers is out. Look at this. These are migrants. They left Morocco. They hopped some fences. They heading to Spain, man. Starving. Leaving Morocco in third world conditions, seeking money, food, and whatever they can to survive. This is a mass migration on foot. About 500 of them, they said. Look at them all back there. This look like straight Walking Dead, man. That ain't ants, and these are people mobbing, getting ready to invade a city in Spain. I don't know if y'all can hear the sirens. See, look at this. They all walking. Spanish police trying to stop them. They can't stop them, man. You talking about the zombies, the Walking Dead, the starving, brain dead hordes, man. They coming in. And that's what's going to be like in a lot of these cities, man. America, everywhere. The scriptures tell you about the second Ezra 15. A man designed to go in the city not being able to for lack of bread. He's going to be breaking into his neighbor's house and the whole nine. Now that's just that, right? Now I'm going to show you another one. Here's another angle, but I want to show you at the end. Cause they give you a close up. Here they go. Look at the zombies. They out here banging on the camera and the whole nine. Watch them. Look at him. That dude look like he had blood on his fingers. That's where we headed. That was them little things look like ants crawling in. That was these damn things. Look at them. Now they in the city. They about to raise hell in there, man. Them Edomites over there in Spain they about to lose their stuff. All these damn Jakes coming in here. If they Jakes, I don't know. Look at them banging on the camera. They gotta be Jakes doing that type of stuff. That's where it's headed. That's where it's headed. So you want the daywalkers and the damn zombies? They coming. They hitting Europe first, and you just seen the 15,000 migrants down there, down at the Mexico border, waiting to crash the damn gates. Here we go. Global food crisis will kill millions by disease. Health executive warns. Esau is being transparent. He's letting it be known, man. They expect millions to die from the food shortages. They expect millions to die from plague and disease. The Most High already said it first, though. We just got to reading about it. Plague, disease, famine, all that's coming. All as part of the end times, man. All things have to have as part of the beginnings of the end, leading towards the deliverance of the children of Israel. Okay. Look, UN chief warns of a catastrophe from global food shortages. They all coming out. They said, listen, the United Nations is saying there's about to be a catastrophe from global food shortages. That's why I'm praying that y'all, put the Most High first, man. Pray for your households. Pray for the safety, man. Utilize wisdom and knowledge during these times. That's the only way the Most High said that will remain stable. Outside of the faith and Yahweh Shai and keeping of the commandments. But utilize some wisdom, man. Utilize a little wisdom. Um, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's number one. We got to fear the Most High with all our heart, mind, and soul, man, in order for us to be endowed with the wisdom and the knowledge. Because remember, the scriptures tell us, man, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom in Proverbs. Uh, and it tells us that in Sirach. Why is it not showing me that scripture? I think it's in Isaiah, Proverbs 4. Hold on. Is it 4? No. The 4 says, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not needed, decline from the words of my mouth. That's not the one that I want. I mean, but we see, this is still good scripture, though. But there's another scripture that said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and also the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. I'll get that in a second. But it says, get wisdom in Proverbs 4 and 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of thy mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Huh? So if we have the fear of the Most High and we're utilizing wisdom in order to gain understanding, that's how we're going to be preserved. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right? Yeah. 1 and 7. There we go. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. See, only a fool is going to ignore the signs. Only a fool is not going to pay attention to what's going on. The scriptures tell you, man, that the wise man is going to study what the wicked is doing. We read that scripture last week, and I think it was in Proverbs 20. I think it was in 27. I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, I think it was, but nonetheless, we're talking about utilizing wisdom in these times right now, man. White man's coming out telling us all this madness is about to hit, right? Here, 21. See, the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but the Most High overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Key thing is the righteous is going to wisely consider the house of the wicked, man. The wicked keep coming up talking about it's going to be a catastrophe. Millions are going to die and starve, man. The economy's crashing. Your jobs is in jeopardy, so forth and so on. Wisdom and knowledge is the only thing that's going to preserve us. Well, we should be, number one, again, putting the Most High first, maintaining our fear of Him, keeping the commandments, so forth and so on, um, and maintaining the aspects of uh, the uh, the principles of the gospel. Look, Revelation 14 and 12. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahweh." These are the two main principles. Number one is the keeping of the commandments of the Most High, having faith in Yahweh Shai, and in doing so, now we execute wisdom and knowledge. So, I say all that to say long-windedly, prepare yourselves, brothers and sisters, man. It don't take much. Take you, ain't nothing that there's no more 99 cent store. Everything is $1.29, whatever. Stash yourself for extra $20 out your paycheck. Instead of buying that bottle of liquor, instead of buying that, you know, half you jakes, man, be eating that at fast food and you're spending massive amounts of money on that madness. Take some of that money, man. Buy you some rice, buy you some beans, man. Buy you some canned goods. Make sure you at the 99 cents, man. Grab a couple of them gallons of water while it's available, while it's still the price that it is. Find a little spot in your crib, man, to organize and say, well, this is what I'm just gonna keep. It's not gonna be, a guaranteed safe haven. The Most High is the only one that kills, make alive, wounds, heals, make us rich, make it poor, so forth and so on. It's on the Lord, but you've taken every provision as possible. Number one, keeping the faith of Yahweh Shai, keeping the commandments, maintaining the fear of the Lord, moving in wisdom, moving in understanding, doing everything that it takes to please the Most High. Those are the first principles, and you've got other things and provisions in order so that you can maintain yourself and your household, man. There's no silver bullet to get up out of this thing, but at the same time, you should be preparing yourselves. Okay. What I miss in the chat? Everything all right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So let's get back and clean this up. So make them provisions, y'all. All right. Look at this. Official: 8 more die as Haiti prisons lack food and water. Who knew that? Inmates is already dying, and there's shortages going on in Haitian prisons. You think they care about the Haitians? They could care less, man. Our brothers and sisters over there in Haiti, man, can't catch a break. An official said Thursday at least 8 inmates have died at an overcrowded prison in Haiti that ran out of food 2 months ago, adding to dozens of similar deaths this year as the country's institutions crumble. Well, where's the humanitarian effort that should be going down there, man? How come Slow Biden hasn't gotten $1 billion out of the thin air of his narrow ass and gave some money down there? No, he's sending it all over there to the damn Edomites and the damn Ukrainians, making sure that they continue on with this little fake ass proxy war. As they keep running around talking about stand with Ukraine and learn about the truth of the war. Man, Haiti's been overthrown by corrupt leaders, puppeteer leaders. We just seen the damn assassination of the president over there. Gangs is running the whole damn place. What about the earthquake that they had? Have they recovered from that? No. And they had 2 major earthquakes since 2010. They're still trying to recover. Have they gotten any money from the UN workers that came over there and brought down disease and raping the women and doing all that? Have they got any money for that? Man, don't get me started. You goddamn Edomites running around talking about stand with Ukraine. Ukraine. Man, the hell with that, man. Our people is out here getting killed. You got these jakes, man, locked up in an overcrowded prison, man, ain't had food, ran out of food 2 months ago. Where are these Purple Heart guys, Americans and heathens running around here talking about how much America does for the world? Where is that at? When Slow Biden he just gave the Ukrainians, man, $41 billion in the last damn 45 days. You can't find no money to help the situation in Haiti since you're on such a humanitarian mission? Anyway, so we see what's going on here. Hunger and oppressive heat contributed to the inmates' deaths reported this week by the prison in the southwest city of Las Calles. Ronald Richmond, the city's government commissioner, told the Associated Press he said the prison houses 833 inmates. Look at this. Where's the Red Cross at? They probably don't want them down there, man. They don't want them UN workers down there. The Clintons went down there and cleaned up, stole all the damn money from the earthquake. Whoever can help should help immediately because the prisons are in need. They say anybody. Let's move on. Speaking about the food shortages, 350,000 California rainbow trout to be euthanized after a bacteria outbreak. Look, even the fishes. But then we talk about that in Hosea 4 and 3. When those 3,000 cows mysteriously flopped over and died, it said the fish of the sea also was going to get hit. Do we need a reminder? Maybe so. We're just going to move in the spirit, whatever. Our people, man. Ain't gonna realize until it's too damn late. Look at this. Hosea 4 and 3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone, excuse me, that dwelleth therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Really? 350,000, in fact. Nearly 350,000 rainbow trout must be euthanized as California wildlife officials battle bacteria outbreaks at two fish hatcheries in eastern Sierra. The naturally occurring bacteria, like Lactococcus pitari, was first detected in April at Black Rock and Fish Spring hatcheries in Inyo County. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife said in a statement Monday the facilities provide fish for stocking waterways in California's inland deserts. The department said the fish will be euthanized, and Fish and Wildlife is contracting with an external vendor to provide catchable rainbow trout for planting in waterways later this summer, the statement said. So, 350,000 rainbow trout out of here because of a bacteria outbreak. Look at it. FDA investigates death of a baby after drinking Abbott formula. Authorities probe the case from January, less than a month after the Michigan plant reopened amid a national shortage. So now there's questionable baby formula that's been coming in. The plant's getting closed down. The plant just had another damn fire. The shortages is out there, and now a child died from the baby formula that came from one of these plants. Ain't nothing safe. Look at this madness. Look at it. Bill Gates' purchase of North Dakota farmland has locals livid. You know, this dude's got over 200,000 acres in this country of farmland. And he purchased that stuff, man, over the years. And he's doing it under these damn shadow companies. And all of a sudden now we're hearing about all these food shortages, fertilizer, and the whole nine. I mean, this dude knew ahead of time. And North Dakota's got particular laws in place that restrict people from buying so much land and all this other stuff. So that's why the locals are mad because they're wondering how did he come in here and loophole his way into buying up massive amount of land in North Dakota. Bill Gates got to be one of the most hated individuals in the world, man. And when we say, man, the white man is a devil, and pull him out as a example, man, even white folks will agree to that. Look at this. You seen last week, man? Burger King got the equal buns doing their ads for Pride Month, so that they can do the damn, both. I'm not even going there. Leave that alone. But you see here, problematic or a positive step forward. Do you really got to ask that question? Sexualized pride ads stirred debate on LGBTQ marketing campaigns. Postmates, Burger King, Dr. Pepper, and others have released pride ads with top and bottom gay sex jokes. This is why we know it's agenda driven. This is how we know that it's complete madness. It's not about sexuality. It's not about, they're out here pushing this madness. They have the nerve to try to equate their movement, with the civil rights movement. Man, the civil rights movement, Jake's went around here talking about, man, be black and do all this and persuasive ads talking about how much you need to be black and brown and you didn't see all kind of movies and innuendos and cartoons and all kind of madness that goes on with sexually explicit stuff happening aimed towards children, drag queen. I mean, come on. What are we talking about? Look at this. Eat with Pride, the bottom friendly menu on Postmates. Eat with Pride, bottom friend. You know what they're talking about too. Recently, amid a flurry of rainbow accented commercials featuring same sex couples embracing one another, food delivery service Postmates debuted its ad campaign for Pride Month, leaning into the aspect of gay sex. What these are these are commercials for food delivery services, and here they are insinuating that you need to have they had to throw in gay sex and gay oral sex as part of the ad. The company, which is owned by the ride hailing service Uber, released a bottom quote bottom friendly. In the gay community, they got tops and bottoms. The top is the one who's delivering, the bottom is the receiver. Trying to keep it as clean as I can. So they play on those words, right? Food menu for consumers in New York City and Los Angeles. A commercial for the menu depicted a harness clad eggplant as a top and a peach wearing jockstrap underwear as a bottom. Wow. Throughout the narrative video, the pair approach various food items, some of which are easily digestible for people who are preparing for I'm not gonna finish reading this. We gotta move on. Yup, yup. And then you wonder why this place got to be destroyed, man. You talk about you need a global reset. I mean, this place needs a complete makeover in righteousness, and the only one that can bring that is Yahweh Shai, the angels, and setting Israel in order. Here's another testimonial of a regretful transformer, a Decepticon, who was mad that they did what they did. Look at this. I literally lost organs, while detransition teens regret changing genders. See, they got duped, man. I was failed by the system. I literally lost organs. When Chloe was 12 years old, she decided she was transgender. At 13, she came out to her parents. That same year, she was put on puberty blockers and prescribed testosterone. At 15, she underwent a double mastectomy. Less than a year later, she realized she made a mistake. All by the time she was 16. Can you imagine? 12 years old. She's out here looking at ads like this, the cartoons, the TVs, the music, the peer pressure, the counselors that's all at the damn schools talking about your body dysmorphia. Oh, you're anorexic. Oh, you don't feel comfortable in your body. Maybe you're trans. Not maybe you should eat a sandwich. Maybe you should get into some athletics or something. Try to figure out how you can be comfortable in your body. First thing they say is maybe you should just switch up. So by the time she's 16, man, she didn't have so much damn body, body transforming. She's all jacked up. Now 17, Chloe is one of a growing cohort called detransitioners, those who seek to reverse a gender transition often after realizing they actually do identify with their biological sex. Tragically, many still struggle for the rest of their lives with the irreversible medical consequences of a decision they made as minors. Look at what's going on, man. They jacking. All of them gonna have regrets later. Whether it's through the judgment of the Most High and they get put to death, or you wind up like Chloe and the many other testimonials I've shared on this channel. You got some thinking of slow Biden if this happens. If your power goes out this summer, blame President Slow Biden's energy policies. So they're already letting it be known. Expect power outages, expect blackouts, expect some issues to happen this summer. They're giving everybody a heads up. Look at this boob, man. Don't forget to breathe. President Biden accidentally reveals his cheat sheet, reminding him to take your seat. You give your brief comments, 2 minutes, and you depart at the meeting with wind industry executives. They got to get this dude a whole rundown, man, of what what he needs to do in his office. He accidentally showed his damn hand. He needs a damn cheat sheet, man. Y'all seen him fall off the bike, stuttering every damn minute, falling up the stairs. I mean, this dude is a straight clown. And now he gets caught up showing his cheat sheet. There was another cheat sheet that he got caught up showing earlier this year, where he had prepped questions, and they told him which reporters he could ask questions from because they already had the prescribed answers for him. And look, Biden sends every signal he's going to be running again. He don't give me a damn break. I'm still going to be shocked if he make it to 2024. But he's already talking about he's going to run again in 2024. Is he delusional? He's about to be 2 years, almost a year and a half, almost 2 years in. And he's getting ready to lose the primaries halfway through. And he's saying he's going to run again. Somebody done told him wrong, man. Look, black advocates challenge Biden on reluctancy to sign an executive order for reparations commission. These Negroes are still trying to beg the damn white man for some handouts, man. What's saying limitations? Limitations. I think it's 4 I want. And yeah, 4 and 17. Look at this. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. You know, our people still run around talking about reparations. We want equality. We want police reform. We want equal pay. We want to, we still want to get out there and vote. We want, I mean, what are we talking about here, man? We're well over 400 years into this game. And our people ain't realized the game is rigged. The house always wins. And it's not made for the Israelites to win, man. Blacks and Hispanics, it's over with. Stop trusting in the damn vain help that America offers. Watching for a nation that couldn't save us. And look at this. Black advocates are challenging Biden on the reluctancy to sign an executive order for reparations and commission. I covered an article last year when they had the 100-year anniversary of Black Wall Street. And he said there, reparation, that's off the table. We're not even talking about that. He already said that. Didn't we just talk about and I showed the article with the damn all the damn Jakes in his cabinet is leaving? A mass exodus. I forgot what they calling it, the Blacksit or something like that. They calling it. There's no begging the damn white man for nothing at this point, man. Reparations, please. Democrats face warning signs over Latino support. So even the 10 tribes in the Northern Kingdom is like, because you know how that goes. As the Southern Kingdom goes, so does the Northern. So now the Democrats are going to start catering to the Hispanics. But watch. See, I forgot about this one. Hold on, and I forgot to show y'all this too. Slocky, I'm all over the place, but bear with me. Look at Babylon Patrol. As we were talking about the sodomites, I'm going to play this afterward. Look at Babylon Patrol, man. Look at what the cops is doing. I think this is in Ohio.
Hi, I'm Officer Lutz with the Columbus Division of Police. I'm your LGBTQIA plus liaison officer. And we're unveiling right now our Pride Cruiser for the month of June.
Pride Cruiser.
I'm excited about this cruiser. It's great for representation.
Officer Lutz.
Hi, I'm Officer Lutz with the Columbus.
The liaison officer for the LGBTQ HIV plus. They got their little sodomite cruisers running around. Sodomite cops. I mean, this is, and you our people still don't see. You talking about spiritual Sodom right here, live? I mean, good Lord. Now the cops is riding around representing. Mm, mm, mm. uh, hold on. Nah, it wasn't for no damn Muslims. Hold on. I seen an article earlier today, and I meant to bring it up. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Slucky. Because it's gonna go to the point that I'm making. White House. Dang. Where's that article at? Slucky, y'all. I'm trying to find. Where did I see that at? See. Damn, I can't find it. Slucky, y'all. But if and when I find that article, but they had an article I seen earlier today, and the White House had just dang just granted over 300,000 work permits for quote unquote migrant workers from the border. Why would they do that? Because the Democrats face warning signs over Latino support. They're concerned about the Hispanic vote leaving. So what do they do in return? Oh, if he have need of thee, he'll use thee. Just like we got through reading this in Sirach 13. If I could find that dang article, it would prove my point. Oh shoot. Let me see if I can find it. Hey, I can't remember where I seen it at too. Uh, these are all from last year. It's okay. It's okay. I'll find it eventually. But nonetheless, uh, man, I'm persistent. Like if I know I can find something, I'm gonna find it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm taking too much time. I said I'm not gonna be too long tonight. But nonetheless, if y'all find that article, you can look it up, find it somewhere, man. The White House is out here trying to bribe the Hispanic vote by giving like I think it said like 30,000 to 300,000 work permits to Hispanic migrants. And it's all a play. He saw a man think he's slick. Look at this. New Chicago Police Department policy bars officers from chasing a person simply for fleeing. So, what's her name? Lori Lightfoot, Beetlejuice, is continually working on collapsing Chicago. I mean, I know them Negroes over there is loving life right now. That they can go do dirt and the police can't chase you if you start running. I mean, you basically just telling these Jakes, man, go out there, shoot up everything, kill everything, and if the police come, just run. They're not gonna chase you. What kind of madness is that? A pair of deadly high-profile police shootings in Chicago, including one incident involving a 13-year-old boy, has prompted a major policy change regarding how and when officers will be allowed to pursue suspects fleeing on foot. According to the new guidelines unveiled on Tuesday, officers may give chase if they believe a person is committing or about to commit a felony, a Class A misdemeanor like domestic battery or a serious traffic offense such as drunk driving that could pose a risk to others. They also block police from pursuing people on foot simply because they run away or give chase over minor offenses, the department said Tuesday. Them niggas in Chicago gonna go crazy. You can just police coming, boom, we're out of here, and they ain't gonna chase you. You talk about ready to collapse the whole damn place. But there's the blueprint. Look, 5 major cities already on track to break their 2021 homicide totals as heinous crimes, man. It's on an all-time high. Murder numbers is up in LA, DC, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. I think they said over 200 rappers and already got killed. Hold on. Look, that's 2020. Hold on. How many rappers have died in 2022? There's some little cheat shit. I'm not finna go through it. If they just showing pic, Jay Stash, Lil Devin, Wavy Navy Pooh. I mean, I don't know who these cats are. T. Dot Woo, Snooty Wild, Gnu, Lil Key, Trouble, and I'm sure there's more. But I know they said at least 200 had died since 2020 or 2021, something like that. And here they are entertaining, talking about if the police you want to run from the police in Chicago, just take off. They ain't gonna do nothing. Murder rates is up. We're not even halfway. We're damn near halfway through the year, and homicide rates totals is already up and surpassed last year in L.A., D.C., Baltimore, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. The scandal in Uvalde continues. Look at it. See now you notice how a lot of the conversation regarding gun reform and all that is kind of shifting because it sounds like it was a little bit more of a scandal or questionable acts that went down out there, and we've talked about that. But here's another story that then came out: Uvalde school shooting. Officer whose wife was shot was disarmed and escorted away. Texas DPS chief says. So here you got an officer. One of the teacher's wife was an officer. He was going in to go save his wife and the children. They took his gun from him and told him, get out of here. We see how long they took to go in. We looked at the timeline and everything. We seen the teacher propping, leaving the doors open. I mean, there's a lot of questionable things that happened over there. And especially how it was handled. And the first thing that they did, they ran around and said, take everybody's guns. It's the guns, it's the guns. Is it really? Or could there be a bigger scheme or a bigger problem that was going on behind things over there? Very interesting what happened down there. All right, sisters. Brothers too. Mainly the sisters, though. Some of y'all may know this, some of y'all don't. But y'all need to be on the lookout. I'm doing y'all a service now. If you're still awake, if you ain't awake, watch it tomorrow. If you couldn't make it through the night. Toxic chemical used in hair products for black women can fuel breast cancer, study finds. You know, a lot of them, the chemicals is parabens and what is it called? Phthalates. If you start noticing some of your hygiene products saying no parabens and phthalates, get those. Get those. Okay. Let's read this real quick, and I'm gonna look at the sciences on it in a second. Hair care and beauty products marketed to black women. Marketed to black women. Oh, so is it a target audience that they're giving these things to or selling these things to, sisters? And yeah, send them hair straighteners and all of that. Hair care and beauty products marketed to black women often contain a class of hormone disrupting chemicals called parabens. Hormone disrupting chemicals. And then you see these damn studs running around here. I mean, come on now. Let's continue. According to a new study, those chemicals are not only linked to increased breast cancer risk, they can uniquely fuel the spread of cancer cells in black women compared to white women. So they've got race specific, targeted products that's being sold to our sisters in the forms of beauty products and cosmetics, purposefully changing disrupting their hormones and increasing cancer risks. And then you still can't tell the damn divesting bedwenching sisters, man, leave that white man alone. Check what you put in your hair. No, they want to keep up with the Joneses. They want to look good, man. They got an image they want to uphold, man. They got to look good for the gram. Meanwhile, it's deteriorating your whole body, man. Not only are you doing the cosmetics, you're putting foreign bodies into you, the implants and everything else. Parabens are a group of chemicals that keep mold and bacteria from growing in beauty products in order to prolong their shelf life. But in humans, parabens can mimic the hormone estrogen, possibly fueling dangerous cell growth, according to research. Well, let's look real quick. Real quick. Let's see. PubMed. Ah, shucks. There's a peer reviewed study on PubMed.gov. Well, let's look here. So, some environmental toxins like the DDT and other chlorinated compounds accumulated in the body because of their fat soluble nature. Other compounds do not stay in the body long, but still cause toxic effects during the time they are present. Let's drop down. Two such classes of compounds are the phthalate plasticizers and parabens, both of which are used in many personal care products, some medications, even foods for preservation. The phthalates are commonly found in foods and in household dust. Even though they have relatively short lives in humans, phthalates have been associated with a number of serious health problems, including infertility. Haven't we been talking about that for the last week with the water? Now we're seeing it again. That the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. They want to cut us off from being a people. Targeting black women. This is making sense now? Things starting to ring a bell? Infertility, testicular dysgenesis, obesity, asthma, allergies, as well as gliomas and breast cancer. Parabens, which can be dermally absorbed, are present in cosmetic products, including antiperspirants. So it's in the deodorants as well. So when you're getting your shampoos, your deodorants, when you're getting uh whatever cosmetic products that you got, make sure that it has no parabens, no phthalates, because those things are built to kill you. Can't make it no clearer. You want to see some of the things that's in them? Here, look around. Look at some of the stuff. Look, Febreze, certain sunscreens, degree, deodorants, Arm& Hammer, Speed Stick. See, just make sure that you're watching and you're paying attention to these things. Yo, that's the most I can tell you. Look for the parabens, phthalates in the ingredients in these particular products that you're using. Here's some more. Gender bending chemicals, phthalates found in vinyl flooring, shower curtains, solvents, plastics, PVC, Banned cosmetics are made in the U.S. I mean, in the EU. Parabens, preservatives used in cosmetics, creams, lotions, and deodorants. Uh, Triclosan, antibacterial chemical used in soaps, toothpaste, and chopping boards. I mean, Esau, man, surrounds us with all of this madness, man. Destroying, and you think anybody's coming up on charges, man? Is there any premeditated murder, attempted murder, manslaughter charges up on any of these companies? Hell no. Look, bisphenol A, that's one of the ones I brought this out years ago. Gender bending chemicals, man, causing estrogen in men, estrogen in women. Used in clear plastic baby bottles, tin cans, mobile phone casings, banned in baby bottles in Canada. So imagine you got the bisphenol A, the plastic lining on this bottle, right? Old school. You put in the bottle, you put the formula in, you're shaking it up, you put the bottle in hot water, boil it to warm up the milk or whatever. Guess what? Them plastics heat up, the bisphenol A goes into the milk, the baby starts sipping on it. Before you know it, the baby is got hormonal imbalances, and then they talking about, well, I've always been this way. When all of a sudden now they're coming out saying that they're sodomites and they're trans and all of that. Ever since I was little. Oh, did you know that you possibly could have been chemically induced with gender bending chemicals? Thanks to your oppressor? No, you didn't know that. Look at this. Car seats, everything. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. I can spend all day on this madness. All day. But my focus is to try to keep it precise, man. Sisters, check it out. Watch for them chemicals. That's all I can tell you. All right. Look, it's high-ranking Nigerian politician Ike Ekweremandu and his academic wife are charged with plotting to bring a child from Nigeria to the UK for organ harvesting. Look at this. This is wild. I mean, you even see these Nigerians, man. They always hustling. But this couple in particular, they got a 15-year-old homeless boy. They want to take him to the UK so they could take out his kidney and give it to their sick daughter. And the doctor that they went to, man, he blew the whistle and was like, "Hell no, y'all are tripping." But here you got high-ranking politicians and academic wives in Nigeria, man. They trying to say they daughter, but they went about it the wrong way. Trying to organ harvest, man, off of some 15-year-old, homeless kid. But that's low level compared to what's really going on in the grand scheme of things that Esau is doing when it comes down to organ harvesting, the abortion rates. I mean, we know where that's all going. Powerful storms pound both coasts as a woman and her two dogs die in a lightning strike while hiking in LA. Yeah, it just rained. It had some minor rain. There's a gang of lightning a couple days ago out here. And 70,000 out of power in Virginia after the area is walloped by strong winds. So here you have massive heat waves, lightning storms happening in California in the damn summertime. Strong winds walloping Virginia, 70,000 out of power. And we're sitting back talking about run them bands up. We don't see that there's a massive thing going on in this earth that's changing. Things ain't the same, brothers and sisters. Things ain't the same, man. What I miss? What I miss going on over here, man? Let me check. Let me check it out. I kept it 2.5 hours. I ain't keep y'all 3.5. I wanted to shoot for 2, but you know how the spirit goes, man. Hey, y'all about to Shah Brakatah Zachariah. Shalom to you out. Shalak, shalom, what's happening? Who else? Did I miss anybody? I miss anybody? Yeah, Aladad, your boys. They coming for you. Uh sure. I'm not sure about the sheep, brother. I didn't read about any sheep. Would it be surprising to me? No. Con, that's right, Elder. That's right. Most High said we're gonna be redeemed without money. Without money. And these Negroes, man, can't get it through their thick, hard head, stiff necked skulls, thinking like they can go beg slow Biden to do them right. I mean, when's a white man ever did us right before? Ain't one time, man. Hezekiah, shalom to you, Ike. Shabbat shalom. Manaf, Shabbat shalom. What's going on, sis? Bayan, you sent me a text? Hold on. Let me see what you got. Because you did send me a good one last week, man. I didn't get a chance to get to it because I didn't see it. But, oh, there you go. My brother. See? He found the one I was talking about the U.S. migrants. U.S. to offer. I knew I wasn't tripping, man. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. The water. Damn, I was gonna go crazy if I didn't find that damn thing. See, then we just got to reading about the White House is worried about the Latino vote diminishing and all of that. Hold on, let me back it up. Where was he at? See, Democrats face warnings. Hold on, am I sharing? I might not be. Hold on. Yeah, that was it. All right. Good looking out. But before we look at that, look at it. Democrats are confronting a series of troubling signs regarding their support among Latino voters. Latinos, whom Democrats have long counted among their core voters, make up a significant portion of the electorate in midterm Senate battleground states and a number of House districts, and Democrats fear a repeat of the rightward shift among many of those voters that took place in 2020. So they paranoid, man. They think the Northern Kingdom's leaving them, ain't gonna vote for them. So what do? Oh, the U.S. to offer 300,000 work visas for Mexican, Central Americans, says a Mexican official. See how the white man caters, man, and plays these damn games. What did he do? He went for the Asian vote, man. When he let the little K-pop goop group come over here and talking about Asian hate crimes and all that other folly. Race-based politics, man, all day long. And they talk about us playing the black card and all that. They love it. They love it. So here they go, playing the game. Man, our damn people better not fall for the okie doke. But they are, because white man loves us. He gave 300,000 work visas for Mexicans and Central Americans. Work visas. You niggas come over here to work, not to be citizens, not to be part of the grand scheme of things in great old America. Get over here and work, man. Serve your enemies in one of all things. Hello? Mexico City, the United States will announce an offer of 300,000 work visas to Mexicans and Central Americans when the Mexican president visits Washington next month. Mexico's interior minister said Wednesday. Look at it. They lining up, waiting to get their little rations. Every day we're talking with the American government. Interior Minister Adán Augusto Lopez said in a speech while on a visit to the border town of Tijuana, where he met business leaders. Media reports parts of his speech. The American government agreed to first grant 300,000 temporary. You get over here, help try to build back better, and then get your ass back over there. And while you're at it, I think while they got work visas, they're able to vote. I could be wrong on that. But I think they're able to vote. 150,000 of which will be for Mexicans or foreigners who are in Mexico today waiting for the possibility of migrating. Whoa, all of a sudden now they love. Now all of a sudden they love. Let me see real quick. Because if they do that, that's all that is. Let's see what they say. Mm, I don't know. I ain't got time to research that. But you already know, man. Esau's trying to do that. He just trying to he trying to pacify, man. He trying to pacify. You know how that go. Some sheep drowned. I'm not sure about that. Only one way to find out. Hey, there you go. See how we work as a community? All praises. I don't have everything. Y'all bringing stuff to me. More than 15,000 sheep drown after live export ship sinks in the Sudan. Hey, look at that. Wow. The Most High ain't playing, man. The Most High is not playing. A ship crammed with thousands of sheep sank on Sunday in Sudan's Red Sea port of Sukin, drowning most animals on board, but with all crew surviving, officials said. The livestock vessel was exporting the animals from the Sudan to Saudi Arabia when it sank. The ship, the Badir 1, sank during the early hours Sunday morning. A senior Sudanese port official said, speaking on condition of anonymity, it was carrying 15,800 sheep. So you know Ishmael's about to starve out. 15,000 sheep. Did I show that to y'all? Or was I not sharing? I don't think I was sharing that with y'all. My bad. But yeah, subsequent helped that out along with a shard. But here you go. Yep. More than 15,000 sheep drowned. Get out of here. More than 15,000 sheep drowned.
We always say that Magnus is like a little boy in a dog costume. We call him our brother all the time.
When we first brought him home, the first day we got him, new dog, new house, new family, he goes in to check on the two little ones just to make sure they're safe and okay.
3.7 million.
Alexa, snooze. So basically, I have inflammation and swelling in joint.
You know they need that money. Wow, Most High ain't no joke, man. No joke. Oh yeah, Slow Biden did say it's gonna be another pandemic, and literally said pandemic. There we go.
We do need more money, but we don't just need more money for vaccines for children eventually.
He's always panhandling, man. This dude's a damn bum. Every minute, we need more money. I want more money. Give me more money. I remember just earlier this week, he said he needed more money to stop the next pandemic. And Bill Gates is talking about, I need $1 billion to if you don't, if you want me to stop the next pandemic, I need $1 billion. Slow Biden come up and say, we need more money to stop it. They're playing games of extortion. Look at this. Here you go.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead. And that's not something the last outfit did very well. That's something we've been doing fairly well. That's why we need the money.
You know he lying, man, when the dude eyes bugged out and he don't blink. He's concentrating like hell, man, to get this damn demon. Look at this.
We do need more money, but we don't
Watch
just
his
need
eyes
more money for
bug out.
vaccines for children eventually. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
He ain't blinked
we have
yet.
to think ahead. And that's not something the last outfit did very well. That's something we've been doing fairly well. That's why we need the money.
That's why we need the money. There's gonna be another pandemic. The damn devil don't even blink his eyes. Did I show that to y'all? Did it show? Man, I'm tripping. I don't even know if I played that. I know y'all probably heard it. If y'all didn't see it, all right. One more. One more. Goddamn demon can't even.
We do need more money, but we don't just need more money for vaccines for children eventually. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead. And that's not something the last outfit did very well. That's something we've been doing fairly well. That's why we need the money.
Damn demon trying to concentrate on saying, making sure he get the point across. There's going to be another pandemic. There's going to be. Hey, when the devil tells you who he is, man, believe him. You know? That's what it is. What I miss? Everybody good? All right. So, I mean, we see where we're at. We see what time it is. Hey, sisters, y'all stay away from them damn parabens and phthalates. You know that's all bad news. I love y'all. I don't want to see y'all out there, man, talking about, Elder, I got cancer. And I said, well, what happened? Did you make sure you wash your cosmetics and all that? I forgot. They're starting to label their stuff now, saying no parabens and all that. If you hip to the game, stay away from it. Especially them damn you seen the sister on the picture. She had the hair straighteners and all that. You know, them the relaxers. They take that out your hair. That's one of the main sources that they getting sisters caught up on. All right. But you know, also, man, y'all already know what time it is, man. Make sure that you are being wise, utilizing the preservation of the Most High, wisdom and understanding to keep your households prepared for what's coming down the pipeline. You see, they talking about millions is gonna starve from disease and famine. The UN is paranoid. All these companies and these CEOs is backing down. They laying off and they trying to protect their assets. They cashing out the market. We ain't gonna be the ones left hanging the string talking about who knew. I thought, you know, quail and manna was gonna, fall from the sky, man, and start running in the hood. You waiting for the you waiting for the quails to start running down, Martin Luther King and Fig and all of that. Hey, it ain't happening. So you got to make sure that y'all being on point, what's happening and staying in tune with what's happening during these times, But that's it for me, y'all. That's it for me, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. While you have a shot, man. I'm glad everybody was stay locked in, tuned in. It's another late night edition. We calling it Friday Night Lights, man. Glad some of y'all took your naps. Stay locked in, and it is what it is, man. Lord willing, I'll be able to come back with some more information, some more meat for y'all to chew on, man, in the very near future. But until then, you guys enjoy your Sabbath evening, your Sabbath day tomorrow. And as always, when I leave, I want to make sure everybody's reminded to fear the Most High, keep the commandments, don't shoot your messenger. I'm out of here, man. Shalom, y'all.